Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 5.
Do you ever ask people to slow down?
Well, I try to, but by the time you get out here to go like this, to have them slow down, they're gone. So.
With all the construction around town comes many detours, often through residential neighborhoods. A whistleblower in Moorhead contacted us saying she's had enough with the increased traffic and speeding where her young kids play outside. Valley News Team's Rose Itzkovitz went to the area and asks officials what's being done about the speeding.
Tim Young has 2 small grandchildren. He keeps a closer eye on them in the front yard as traffic's recently increased here on Rensvold Boulevard in Moorhead. What speeds does it look like people are going?
I would say about 40, sometimes 50. They're flying by here.
Patrol Lieutenant Chris Carey says the Moorhead PD's been getting complaints in the area ever since construction around 20th and 21st Streets caused more cars to detour through the neighborhood.
With the grade separation project lasting as long as it will, there are several streets in that area that are heavily affected. Oak Way, Apple Tree, all those veins coming through that neighborhood are going to need an increased presence in police patrol.
Which Lieutenant Carey says the police already do their best with.
We're limited with our resources. Right now we are short-staffed in the city of Moorhead, but we're trying to do the best that we can with what we've got. This is on our priority list.
When I went out there to check the speeds of drivers, I ran into Carey again, trying to be a presence. Of course, earlier Friday, people weren't doing much speeding.
No, you came over when there's no traffic and stuff, but every now and again you'll see somebody just blast by here.
Young says he sees the most speeding between 5 and 7 p.m. But Lieutenant Carey says with the increased traffic from construction, even just a little bit of speeding seems like a lot in this quiet neighborhood.
Speeds in there, even 30 miles an hour can appear to be too fast.
Which is why Lieutenant Carey says his police department asks all drivers to avoid residential areas when possible, and when not possible, to slow down. Tim Young wants that too, and not just for his own grandkids.
There is a ton of children in this neighborhood that should be watched out for.
According to its website, construction is set to last until 2020. In Moorhead, Rose Itzkovitz, Valley News Live.
The whistleblower who originally contacted us about the speeding says she would like to see more signs put up in the area. Police say their resources are limited, but they have about 3 signs up in that vicinity, though we didn't find any on Rensvold Boulevard. And as mentioned, this story was brought to our attention through our whistleblower hotline. So if you need help uncovering fraud and corruption in your community, call us 701-237-6576 and leave your tip. A member of our investigative team will get on the case and go to work to expose the truth. A man is in jail tonight after police say they caught him breaking into a Fargo business. They say a passerby saw the man ride his bike up to the shop in the 2600 block of First Avenue North around midnight and then heard glass break, and that's when they called police. Officers say the suspect, 30-year-old Zachary Payne, tried to run away when he saw officers but was captured about a block away. Payne is in jail on charges of burglary and failure to halt. Lots of sunshine today. It's been beautiful out there, but all of that is changing a little later. Hutch, what's happening?
Yeah, if you have Friday night plans, maybe getting out to watch the good old high school football games across the valley, we are seeing a few thunderstorms pop up, mainly some approaching Stutsman County from the south and west. A little bit of lightning with this. These are non-severe. Also, southern Otter Tail County, you're seeing some thunderstorm activity heading toward the Battle Lake area. The rest of the area clear right now. These are moving to the north and east at about 25 miles per hour. We could see some hail from a few of these cells tonight, even into the late night hours, midnight and beyond. Quickly, storms will exit, though, after that hour. And temperatures between 50 degrees and 65 across our valley, with north winds as we begin the weekend with a little bit of fog and a little bit of clouds. There'll be a chance of rain this weekend as well. I'll detail that in your hour-by-hour forecast here in just a moment. But a quick look at your forecast planner tonight shows 60s dropping into the 50s, yet this evening with spotty showers south. Here's Florence, now tropical storm working its way through the Carolinas. Still tons of rain. Wind, though, for hurricane to be dropped down is 74 is that cutoff speed. Sustained winds at 70 miles per hour in the latest observations.
All right, thanks, Hutch.
You bet.
And the first tropical storm-related deaths have been reported in North Carolina. Authorities in Wilmington say a mother and her infant daughter were killed when a tree crashed into their house. The baby's father is hospitalized with injuries. There are no details about the family's situation, but officials say they may have decided to ride out the storm at home. 2 additional storm-related deaths have been reported in North Carolina.
We're saddened today to announce the first fatalities of this storm here in Wilmington. A mother and her approximately 8-month-old infant were killed after a tree fell onto the house, crushing them.
Authorities there are also reminding people to watch for storm surges and downed power lines. A West Fargo man is in jail after police say he tried breaking into a number of apartments in South Fargo. They say someone living in a building in the 1700 block of 39th Street South reported seeing a man going door to door around 1 this morning, saying it appeared he was checking for unlocked patio doors. Officers tracked down 30-year-old Gene Rubidoux and say he had burglary tools on him. They also say he had keys to a car that had been stolen earlier in the day, and they found it nearby. Rubidoux is in jail on charges of attempted burglary, theft of a motor vehicle, and possession of meth. A 22-year-old Fargo woman woke up in jail this morning after rolling her car in Fargo last night with a child inside. Police say Jaylyn May was drunk at the time. No one was injured. The youngster was in a child car seat. The crash happened in the 300 block of 30th Avenue North around 10 last night. A judge has denied a plea deal for a North Dakota man accused of handcuffing a 9-year-old boy as punishment. 24-year-old Christian Ratliff of Minot is scheduled to stand trial on Monday for a felony child abuse charge. He faces a maximum of 5 years in prison. Ratliff had been given the option of pleading guilty to a lesser charge of child neglect in the 2016 case, which would have meant no jail time. A family of 6 is planning to live out of an RV for 6 months, saying they'll be spreading God's love to people all over the country. At first, it was just a dream of theirs, but now the Hochul family's dream is becoming true. At the end of the month, their journey will start in Grand Forks, and they'll travel all around the U.S. Valley News Team's Maddie Jelseth spoke with the family and tells us how they plan to spread the Lord's message.
Do you want to go in the camper? Yeah.
Camping in an RV is one thing, but living out of one for 6 months with 4 kids is something completely different.
We just felt like God was calling us on to do ministry, but in a traveling capacity.
The Hochul family plans to do a traveling ministry, with only 2 conferences set their whole entire journey.
We purposely haven't put a lot of things on the calendar because we just want to meet people and see where it leads.
The Hochuls say the goal of their journey is to spread God's love.
The thing I'm most excited about is seeing lives changed, lives transformed from maybe like fear to freedom or like identity, finding out who they are.
But their trip won't just be about helping others. Mary says it'll bring their family even closer.
Want to show her inside there, Judah?
Literally.
For our kids and our family to have this adventure together, I think that's kind of a side bonus, is that it's going to be so good for our family just to be able to see the country.
The Hochul family says they're doing what Jesus did, and they can't wait to get on the road and start their new adventure as a family. In Grand Forks, Maddie Jelseth, Valley News Live.
To follow their adventures or help support the Hochul family, go to valleynewslive.com and click on the link. TNT Kids Fitness and Gymnastics is doing its part to keep training costs affordable for those with special needs. To help with that, they hosted Ninja Warrior Magi Thorn. TNT says its goal is to have lower costs long-term for the yearly Fargo Mania competition.
A lot of the times people see someone with special needs and they put them in a box, and this is a way for them to show their capabilities, and a lot of the times their capabilities are a lot more than what people think they are.
The 3rd annual Fargo Mania event will be held on October 21st at NDSU. Thousands of people will gather in West Fargo to celebrate the city's annual event, West Fest. This year, they'll be able to experience the new downtown plaza with the NDSU Bison game being played on the plaza screen, followed by a street dance. West Fest is known for having one of the largest parades in the area. The West Fargo High School and Cheyenne High School bands are marching again this year. Organizers say West Fest is about bringing the community together to celebrate their growing city.
We're building this space downtown for the entire community, and that's what's so fun about West Fest. Everybody comes up and everyone comes together, and it's just a great thing to see from a community perspective.
West Fest kicks off tonight at 7 with the West Fargo Jam. It's